Okay, here we are today with Master Dog Trainer, P-Don Mega. How are you today, Mega?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good for an old guy.
Great.
That-
Okay.
that's for real. Let me
Okay.
let me start out with the first question, and that is your best recollection of when you first fell in love with the dog. And do you remember who it was that owned the dog?
Well, the dogs that I fell in love with, I don't know the people. I don't know who owned the dogs or
Right,
anything. I just saw a dog walking down the street,
right.
and I got this dog, and I took this dog home, and I called my mother on the phone. She was working downtown at Gossett at the time, and in Chicago, and I told her, I said, "Mama, guess what?" She said, "What?" I said, "Mama, I got me a dog," right?
Okay,
And
okay.
she said, "What?" I said, "Mama, I got me a dog." And she said, "Boy, if you don't get that dog out of my house," she said, "by the time I get home," so all praise be to the Most High. I took the dog down there the street and gave it to a guy named William Perry. And
Okay,
that was my first experience with having a dog that I was in love with,
right.
but it wasn't my dog or anything
Okay,
like that.
but the love was yours, though. I like that. The love was
Yeah.
yours. So, when did you first turn professional, and how many years have you been training dogs professionally?
Well, I've been training for over 40 years now, and so it's been a grand ride.
That's a
I
long
really
time.
enjoyed
That's
it.
a long time,
Yes,
40 years.
yes,
What?
a long time, sir. But I turned professional. When I first turned professional, I read this ad in the Sun Times newspaper.
In
Right now, I
Chicago.
was at work. I was working at the University of Chicago. I remember now.
Okay.
I
All
was
right.
working there, and I was training all the dogs in the laboratory and everything.
Yeah.
And so I met this guy named Les at the university, and he said, "Look." I was getting ready to leave and punch out and go to work because I was excited about this ad in the Sun Times. And it says, "Will train." So I was like, "Oh, wow. Yeah, that's tight." So,
Okay.
I'm getting ready to go over here I didn't even know where I was going. I just had the phone number and the address. I didn't even know what to expect.
Right.
So, anyways, Les stopped me on my way out. And he said, "Look," he said, "until you do what you love, you'll never be happy." So
Okay.
that was the match right there. So
Yes.
I got down to the pro shop and I met your dad, James Stratton, master trainer James Stratton.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And I was really, really excited. And so I had my little dog with me, and he says, "Show me what your dog can do." So I was like, "Oh, you about to get the business?" So I did some little tricks with my dog, and your dad was laughing, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
And then he told me, "Make him bite." So I told him, sick him, boy."
Right.
And my dog was, I thought I was in there. And so he brought his dogs out.
Right.
When he brought his dogs out, he brought out Rock.
Uh-huh.
And that was an experience I will never forget, even until this day.
Yeah.
It was like the little bug from Bug Life. It was like, I was stuck. I was mesmerized. I can't help it.
You're so
So
great.
he brought that dog out, and I saw him on the short lead.
Hmm.
That was the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
The most amazing thing. And that was my first real experience. And I met PK after that. But that
Uh-huh.
was my first real experience and my first opportunity. Your dad gave me my first break into the
Yes.
professional world.
Yes. 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 And of course, I know you're going to mention Lieutenant Earl Jones.
Well, Lieutenant Earl Jones was, he was after that. I went through different things. And after that, I met Lieutenant Earl Jones. And then he was the one that facilitated my professional lifestyle.
Right.
Basically,
Right.
it catapulted me into if you would say, the NBA of professional dog
Yes.
training.
Yes, indeed.
He
I,
told me once, he said, "Look, I want you to watch what you're doing, and I want you to watch how you carry yourself, young man."
right.
He says, "You never know who's watching you."
Uh-huh.
So I graduated number one in my class, and
Okay.
I got a scholarship,
Okay.
and I was recruited to not a scholarship, but I was recruited right out of Lieutenant Earl Jones's academy. Now
Yes.
I got a scholarship to his school
Okay.
because I couldn't afford to pay, right?
Right.
So I got a scholarship to his school, and I worked in the equipment shop because he made his own equipment.
Yes. Yes.
So I got a scholarship to go to his school, and then I was recruited right out of school.
So,
So that was
so tell us
good.
who else that you can remember who influenced you as you were coming of age in dog training?
Oh man, that was some amazing people. Number one would be Joe Kidd.
Yes,
Joe Kidd was he was a very inspirational guy. He always liked to be professional.
yes,
Joe always liked to dress right, wear the uniform, be on time, do the
yep,
work right.
yep, yep.
And his name, Reliable Dog Trainer. I
That's
was
right.
working there.
Yes,
It was reliable back then.
yes, it was.
So that was
He
one of the
always has
people.
been.
Yes, sir. And then the other person was your dad, Mr.
Yeah,
James Stratton,
yes,
Mr. James Stratton. And then it was Scorpio.
yes,
Scorpio was like, man, he was the most amazing man,
yes,
and he would
indeed.
always be a disciplinarian. Boy, you got to stay out them streets,
Yeah,
train them dogs, and that kind of thing. Like that.
yeah, I know that.
Then there was Lacey Sanders.
Yes, the ninja.
Lacey Sanders, very disciplinary guy. You know what I mean? And like you say, he's a ninja.
Yeah,
He's a very, very disciplined guy.
yeah,
He had me walking all over town. I had to be on time, way over there on Yates.
yeah.
And I was
East
living way
side.
on Garfield Boulevard. But
Yes,
guess
yes,
what?
yes,
I
yes.
was there.
Yeah, Lacey was something else.
And so, yeah, Lacey was an amazing person. And
So,
so, those are the people, Lieutenant Earl Jones, yourself.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I used to
thank,
watch you
thank,
train, and
thank you.
watching you train was like watching Michael Jackson dance.
Yeah,
It was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, I always wanted to be you, and
Come on,
I
man.
watched everything you did and copied everything you did, like Kobe Bryant and
Yeah,
Michael Jordan.
yes, yes,
I
yes.
copied everything. And so those are the people that really, really made an impact on my
Mhm.
professional career.
Okay. So here we go. I want to know, the people want to know. Please tell us your professional training, dog training philosophy.
Well, my philosophy is that one is that, the only life a dog ever gets is the one you give them.
Right.
A lot of people are attempting to make their dogs better, but the dog don't have a life.
Yes.
When they deal with their dogs, they're on their cell phones or whatever the case may be. And I always encourage people to change and erase the past history of your dog by giving the dog a life. Once you give that
Mhm.
dog a life, it'll
Mhm.
take on that new persona that you need them to take on. And it's
Yes.
going to be a much better relationship.
Earl used to tell me a dog needs a job.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Even if
That's it.
even if the job is come here when I call you and give me a kiss.
That's it.
It needs a job.
It
Yes.
needs a job. My other philosophy is if something's not working, like this shirt says, do it 100 times.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Do it 100 times. It'll solve the problem, but you got to put some work in.
Yes.
If you're not going to put any work in, you're not going to get the desired results.
That's correct.
So those are two things that I really, really love when it comes to, philosophy and professional dog training.
Yes. So now I want to ask you, what do you foresee your personal future in dog training, say the next 5-10 years, and also how do you see the dog world in the next 5 or 10 years?
Well, as far as the dog world, we're getting older, so the idea now is to help the young people. That's
Yeah.
the whole idea right now. Is
Okay.
to focus on them and not so much on myself,
Okay.
right? To help them become the personification of professionalism,
Yes.
and take it to the next level. As far as what I see in professional dog training in the future, in the next 5 to 10 years, I see professional dog training like the NBA or the
Okay.
NFL. I see them, the NFL, like being professional sports in the mannerism of, people valuing professional dog trainers as far as sponsors are concerned,
Yes.
as far as teams are concerned, those type of things. That's why I see it in the future. The other thing I see for myself in the future is going fishing.
Okay. All right. Fishing is good. So here's my last question. And after that, I want you to tell us how we can contact you directly. Who is the best dogs? And I say dogs, because I'm sure it's more than one. The best dogs that you can remember, and if that kind of influenced you or showed you another level Can you tell us about those dogs? If you had a Mount Rushmore, let's say.
Oh my gosh, can I tell you? I had to start with a couple of dogs. Was PK and Rock. I had to start with them. I mean, those
Yes.
dogs really, gave me my first glimpse into what it is to be a professional, what it is to operate professionally.
Yeah.
What it was to take a dog and stop him on a dime and leave 9 cents change. I
Yeah.
mean, I had never seen anything like that.
Right.
That was amazing to me.
You know,
That was amazing.
I have to interject here. I
What's
can't
that?
help myself. I trained both those dogs.
You beat me saying it, but I was getting ready to say it.
Yes. And you know,
As a matter-
I have to say it because I still have Rocky's name in my chest where he put Rock wrote his name personally into my chest.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems like my career was really following you around, right? Because I worked Rock and PK.
Yeah.
I didn't train them. A lot of young trainers make the mistake of saying
I agree.
that they trained something that they didn't train.
I agree.
Or they did something they didn't do, or they got a chance to participate in something that was already developed, and they don't give the credit where
that
credit
has
is due.
value also. That also has
Right.
value. Yes.
That's right.
So
So,
go ahead.
you
You talked about Rock and
dog.
PK. You talked about Rock and PK. Give me some other names of dogs. I'm not gonna say who I trained, who I didn't train. I'll save that for another day. But just some
Okay.
dogs. Just
But I'm gonna have to say, I worked on Mighty Joe and Misty.
yes.
Two Canis Panthers, the founding dogs of
Yes.
Canis Panther. I
Yeah.
worked on those two dogs. I got a chance to work them.
Yeah.
I got a chance to work with Jaws.
Yeah.
I got
Now
a chance to work
that
with
Jaws.
Rico.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah, I got a chance to work with Rico.
Yes.
Rico was the dog that almost made me quit training
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah. You know
He
what?
almost made me quit, huh?
When I used to have Rico. Rico
Right.
used to sit with his back to the wall in the kennel, right? He'd get a corner.
Right.
Now he wouldn't attack nobody. He wouldn't attack no dogs. But I used to tell my father, man, there's something going on with that dog. So
Right.
Ted had a red Dobe at the time. I can't remember his name that I was training.
Right.
And, Ted was hardcore. He said, no, I need something that's real. These red dogs ain't real. So I
Right.
said, okay, you want to try that dog? So we first, when I first fired that dog up, now remember I had been walking past him every day.
Every day.
Every day, cleaning the kennel.
Every day.
Never attacked me. We put him on Ted's side and turned him on, and I came at him, man. That dog, he made my skin crawl. I'm like, oh my God, I've been walking past this dog every day. Well, he wasn't in a kennel or anything.
Right.
We just
Right.
let him have the room there. And
Right.
man, oh man, yeah, that was some kind of dog.
That was some kind of dog. I mean, like I say, he almost made me quit
Yeah,
training dogs. He was so cold,
yeah, he was cold.
He
That's
had me to
that's
death.
what it was. He was cold, cold soldier.
Man.
Cold.
Then the dog I can't not mention is Tobar the Gray.
Tobar the Gray, yes.
Tobar the Gray. Tobar the Gray was a dog that would make you decide whether he would change your mind about anything. He ran the show.
He was the definition of personal protection dog.
Absolutely.
With
Absolutely.
yes, on-off capability, weapons, everything, house protection, car protection, personal protection, on lead, off lead, turn on, turn off. Yes. And gorgeous. Yes, indeed. Tobar. Yes. That's my number one right there. That's the first one.
Tobar was number one, but I can't forget this one dog.
Go ahead.
That was Sonny Bone.
Yes, indeed. I knew you was going to say Sonny Bone. Yes, indeed.
That was my dog.
That was another
dog was so cold.
Else, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
very
man.
Smart. Brilliant dog.
Yeah, that dog was so cold, man. When he turned on, man, everybody had to get. He ran Lieutenant Earl Jones up on the stage with a gun. He wouldn't stop until the gun was out of his possession.
Yes.
Those
were real dogs back then. Those were real dogs back then. There wasn't no
real dog.
Yeah,
real dog.
You couldn't get respect just having a dog that bit. Mosquitoes bite, alligators bite, all kind of things bite. A rabbit will bite you. But you had to have some control. The dog had to know what he was doing and know why he was doing it. And
I tell you, when you talk about control, you got to mention Joe Kidd's Yaku.
Yes,
Yaku
absolutely.
was. I worked with that dog one morning. I went to Chicago. We had the show the next day at John O'Donnell Stadium. I
Uh-huh.
gave a I
Uh-huh.
gave a show at John O'Donnell Stadium with my business partner at that time, Lee Powell,
Yeah.
and he was a Scott County sheriff, and so we given a show at the stadium, and then we had to get Joe's dog ready,
Yeah.
and Joe's dog was ready. We left Chicago, going to John O'Donnell Stadium in Davenport, Iowa, and Joe won the show next day.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So those are dogs that I experienced that really is a great resume,
Yeah.
as far as great dogs with great power and great tenacity and great
Mm-hmm.
determination.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some dogs that made an impression on me.
Yes. Okay, so I want to give you an opportunity to tell people where they can reach you, how they can um, 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 avail themselves of things that you have published in the past. Tell us.
Okay, so if they want to, reach me and talk to me, or, reach out and see some of my work, you can go to the American Professional Dog Trainers Association YouTube website, and you'll be able to see a lot of videos there. And you'll be able to see a lot of videos there. And also, where I'm at right now is at Dog Life. I'd
Mm-hmm.
like to thank those people for giving me an opportunity to come there and express myself.
Yes.
Mrs. Cassandra, Mr. J, and Maurice Formby over at Dog Life, shout out to you.
Okay.
And the phone number I don't know the phone number by heart to Dog Life, but if you watch the videos, you see the phone number all in the Dog Life.
Okay.
In the video. And then my phone number is 512-669-6518. That's 512-669-6518.
All right, Mega. Thank you so much for your time. We'll be talking to you soon.
Okay, I look forward to it.
All right. Peace.
Have a good day.
Okay.
Shalom.